Want to dominate the gaming world? Join the ranks of dedicated gamers. Subscribe and conquer.
About as good of a game as you're going to get as Caudle, not only because of your teammates, but also your lane matchup is pretty good. Like, this hero is good against a lane like Undying Terrorblade because they don't really have the best chain.
That's a frog!
That was a frog. They don't have the best chase potential, so I think a lot of this game is going to be dictated by how well do Talon utilize their Caudle and how well does the mid lane go. Because Mikoto on Ember, even if he loses the lane slightly, has had huge impact on this hero. So much so that Gaimin are trying to hard counter it with an uncharacteristic mid pick. We'll see if Quinn can pull it off. And also, why was Shadow Fiend in the pool? Or did he get banned in the second phase against Quinn? Because that was another option that could have potentially been interesting.
Couldn't tell you, Cinderin.
As a counter to the Ember. Anyway, instant D-ward here found by Taracho and Celery.
Yep, Q's gonna get spotted. Blood grenade applied. Gets off a nice blinding light. Still gonna get chased and right-clicked a bit, but he actually does find the bounty rune here, so Talon get 3 out of the 4. Could we get another cam on that frog after this chase here? I just want to double-check that it's still there and healthy. Make sure that nobody has taken that out while these bounty rune battles were taking place.
I'm gonna play a replay of it because the frog's gone, just to make you happy.
Oh, good.
It's still there, Shannon.
I don't know how many... Like,
Elvis is alive.
I don't know how many cameras we have, but have one of them, just one observer. Imagine you're hired for an event as an observer and your entire job is to do that right there. That's my boy. That's the frog.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see it.
It jumped into the water.
Oh, I wasn't really looking for it, to be fair. That's probably why I didn't see it.
Okay.
I was looking at, you know, the action in the game instead of frogs. But that's how you and I are different.
I look at the entertaining things, the shiny things on the screen.
Oh, you're gonna like Caudle then. Very shiny.
Why did this hero feel like it's fallen off? We were seeing it in basically every position, especially when there's like a Medusa or a Storm, like any type of mana battery, assistance needed, gas station attendants, whatever the hell you want to call it.
There were some nerfs, but I think the hero is still really good personally. So I would agree. It's one of the... It's probably at the top of my list of underrated heroes this tournament, together with Primal Beast. And still, it's only really 2 teams that have truly embraced Primal Beast mid, which is PSG, LGD, and BetBoom. And look where they are right now.
Yep.
Maybe a little bit telling. Maybe it's very selection biased. But, you know, the current top 2 teams of the tournament both love that.
Do you think there's an overrated hero currently being picked every game? I mean, Undying is picked every game, but we know that can't be overrated.
He is very good.
Yeah.
What's the most overrated hero? Probably Terrorblade, actually. I find that to be the most overrated hero. It hasn't been too picked, but I would say the results the hero has shown on average have not impressed me at all. So that does not bode well for Gaimin Gladiators, but if the lanes go really well, it still is a hero that can obviously hard carry. So the lanes, however, are going primarily well for the side of Gaimin Gladiators, doing very, very well in all 3, especially surprised with the current lead they have in that bottom lane, where Underlord is 10 for 7 against Medusa's 5 and 1.
Yeah,
laning with Lich isn't the best.
Does play a mean Underlord.
He does.
That is one of his best heroes for sure. The Aura bot, thank you. That's a nice back shot of the ice.
Oh, very good.
Not the ice frog, just the regular frog as a tombstone is placed.
Yeah, Jeff's gonna have to TP there.
And the pets are being destroyed. I'm sure we'll see a stat on that any moment now. We got a lot of things to keep track of this game. We have grab ally eventually, we have that frog randomly, and the pets being killed. Lots of statistics and useless things to keep track of. Stay tuned. They're coming.
This is a very one-sided laning affair so far. Very good news for Gaimin Gladiators here. All 3 lanes looking very hot. There will be some CS coming into the Beastmaster's Tower now, as well as a little bit bottom, but still pretty much a raw. And this is a more than 1k lead, because keep in mind, Talon got 3 bounties. So just raw laning, Gaimin winning by over 1k.
I have a weird question for you.
Yes.
Can you handle it?
I don't know.
Do you think, versus, like, compared to other teams, there's the frog again. It actually hasn't moved. I'm a little worried about that frog.
Oh. It's a stat. It's actually a statue.
Yeah. Oh! Okay, it jumped. Do you think Gaimin are too reliant on the laning stage? Because they win a lot of laning stages, and it feels like, I mean, when you win the laning stage, there's a better chance you're going to be winning the game anyway, but I feel like for them, it's especially important. Do you get that feel as well?
I would probably agree with that. The funny thing is, this team has had some really good comebacks in their major wins. They haven't always been winning the lanes, and they've been making some really good mid-game adjustments in a lot of games. I think other teams have just caught up a little bit in that regard. So they're making less crucial mistakes in the mid-game that's Gaimin have been capitalizing off in the past. So with that in mind, the way they built their strategies, they are a lot of the time a little bit more reliant on the lanes going well, I would say. I think that's fair enough. But it's just, again, it's the nature of the picks. It's not that I don't think they play equally good mid-game to many other teams. They just prioritize it more in the draft, so it needs to come true more so often than not.
Tofu, blast off, but the right click's coming. He will live.
Actually used the Lotus Flower there. Bit of a waste.
Well, make sure to tweet at him after the game, letting him know.
Yeah, tweet at Fogged. Tofu wasted his Lotus Flower. Fog, did you see that in the game today? And Fogged is very nice, so he will reply to anything.
Yep, as usual.
Yep.
Twitter.com/FogDota or something like that.
Yep.
Actually, can't even remember. Either way.
It's a good guess. Probably right.
31 and 14 in the mid lane for Quinn versus 17 and 2. My goodness.
I mean, at the very least, Talon are very...
wow.
They're holding hands on their CS. They all have the same.
That is true. Look at the discrepancy in all three. They're losing so badly.
It ain't good.
I'm
so sorry I said I liked their draft. I should have never done that.
God.
I cannot.
The last time I've seen this big of a discrepancy this early on. Nice rotation from Ollie, though. Gets off the Frost Blast, and this is going to stop Quinn's ult from going off. They don't have any more burst damage to come, though. And now Ollie's going to get blasted by Tofu. Might Fist is there, Makoto. But the Jingle Stack are there, and Quinn lives. Oh, my goodness. They needed that so bad.
I mean, he doesn't play the hero, right? So that's just beginner's luck. Beginner's luck for Quinn there.
It happens.
Very fortunate that he played well there. Won't happen again, says Sunsven TV.
Yep, he's a rookie on that hero.
Clearly doesn't know what he's doing.
But this is really bad news.
That was a very good timing on Tofu's rotation for that blast off, by the way. Quinn would have died for sure, and they wouldn't even have got the first blood. Quinn with the haste, going a little bit greedy here.
Very low HP though. Jingu stacked. One more coming. Oh, he has to be careful. Tower will not be enough.
Okay.
Quinn, he could just Boundless Strike to get the stack, which he will, but he won't get the massive heal out of it. Ollie.
He did it too late.
He's going to use the healing salve instead. Did what too late?
He didn't get the Jingus.
Yeah, he did.
Did he?
I thought he did. Maybe not. No. Just trust you, everything you say. You can say anything you want now. I'll believe you.
You look good today.
Oh, boy. Well, I am wearing the same shorts I did 2 weeks ago. Doraccio, half HP. Axes are coming from afar. As Ollie and company, they will... He doesn't get thunder or anything. He does get fixed into the sun. Oh my god. Everything is going the way of Gaimin Gladiators.
And the chains don't hit because he hit the camp there with the slide. I actually think Makoto misplayed that. I think he had time to walk over and only connect the slide on the one hero with the max cast range of level 3 slide. But instead he slided through the camp, and obviously the chains did not connect. So nothing going right here for Talon. I love their draft. So they're behind 4K Goldman at 7.
Well, how good is their draft at coming back from a deficit?
I don't understand how the lanes are going this poorly. I feel like this cannot be only a draft issue. They must be being outplayed. Like, this Beastmaster Coddling is getting bodied.
There's a frog. He has no eyes!
He hopped.
Oh my goodness. Has more polygons than Morphling, though.
Yep.
To this day.
So does the eye itself. Double damage. Will be picked up from Makoto. I feel like he has a lot of responsibility on his shoulders now. When the lanes go this poorly, the Ember has to make moves to recover them. Both for himself, but also for his teammates. They're all going to need it. And Gaimin Gladiators, they can just keep doing what they're doing. These lanes are an absolute stomp fest, so if they can keep farming like this, keep denying any sort of progress from Talon.
Yeah, but they're leeching a bunch of XP from this stack as well. Let's see how much they want to contest as the Tombstone is on the cliff. Illuminate's coming out, gets a decent amount, but still a lot of big creeps are there as Quinn showing up along with Makoto. And Quinn with a 2-level advantage, which is really, really massive considering he's never played Monkey King in his entire life before today. Searing Chain's going to connect there.
Decent poke.
And Dyrachyo. They want to fully contest this. As the double Ancient stack is still there, Dyrachyo in that meta form now. So Gaimin not getting a ton out of this yet.
They're forcing a 5v4 though. Ace is free farming bottom against nobody.
That is very accurate.
And Talon's heroes have to retreat, so honestly this was pretty good for Gaimin as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Quinn, I think he took the Mystic Snake damage there, which is understandable. If you never play Monkey King, you need to get the timing right.
I wonder what guide he's using for his build, you know? Man, very impressive, though. Probably asking his team a lot of questions on what to do here, how to use the skills properly.
Ace, how do you play?
5K lead for Gaimin. Man, oh man, no kills yet for Talon. It's only 3-0. I feel like game 2 and so far in 3, the kill score has been very low. But Gaimin, they just feel like a team that's better at not only laning, but just getting better efficiency out of the map.
I'm just still trying to wrap my head around how this was the outcome of the lanes. Like, there has to be... Oh, Mikoto. Double damage.
Right.
This will be the first kill
I
for
believe
Gaimin.
so. Tombstone is placed, and the
On
frog
Gaimin.
watches on
By Talon.
as Talon get their first kill. That is the frog there.
Yep.
It's scarred for life now.
Is under attack.
Watched an undead creature. Well, I don't know if it sees anything, actually. Maybe not. It heard it, though. It definitely heard the cries of celery.
But the cries of celery.
This...
Is that when you like scrape it against the glass?
Yeah, something like that.
There you go.
Massive lead, though, for Gaimin. This is an absurd amount of net worth. And the Medusa's going to need some time to get online. Obviously, Mikoto. One of these heroes has to get something going. I think it probably is the Ember here.
Yeah. You got to combine the Coddle with the Ember and make moves happen. And you do have Primal Roar now, so like if you bring these heroes together, the play potential is definitely there. Hoping that Q is going to go something like 2-1-4. I think maxing out Chakra in this game is the way to go. The alternative path is to max out Illuminate and just keep deep pushing waves, but I don't think you're recovering the game, then they're just staying afloat. The comeback has to come from kills. And, I mean, this will help too, surely.
That is a massive stack.
It's juicy for the Medusi.
Mikoto going to leech a little bit of XP as well, but you can see Gaimin Gladiators starting to make their way over as well.
They are late.
They are.
But they might get kills.
Quinn jumps in, gets off the balance strike onto Talon. Oh my god, 23 Savage just melts. Oh dear, Pit of Malice comes out from Ace as Ollie gets the Frost Shield off, but dies shortly after. It's a 2-for-1 in favor of Gaimin.
Yeah, Monkey King Diffusal is pretty
Yep.
nasty for Medusa.
He really inhibited the shit out of 23 Savage.
And now they're inhabiting the shit out of their triangle.
That is true.
Ace needs to be careful here. Slight chains, Illuminate. I mean, I say he needs to be careful.
He looks fine to me, Cinderin. Better be careful, though. His jabs on the other side going to get taken out by Dyrachyo.
Okay, Ace
was this tower.
Ace had 21s and he has a Crimson. So yeah, he did not need to be careful. I haven't really seen him much this game, but now that we have a look at him, he's very little to be worried about, to be honest.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Very tanky, juicy boy. Got a lot of juice in there, some would say.
Yep, those some would be you and you alone.
I think Jenkins would also say that.
Radiant's
Oh, yeah.
top
So that's a lie from you.
You two are...
Looks like Pipe will be next, so no big surprise. Just the aura build for Underlord. I don't know if... Hey, where'd that frog go? He went away. Poor thing. Scared off by techies. I don't even know if there's another way to build this hero right now in the competitive scene. Like Atos, maybe?
Yeah, we've seen mid Underlords go Atos, but...
Ace gonna pop the Crimson.
And they do.
Solar Bind on him as well. There's a shield rune on Makoto, so he's going to be hard to be taken out. But Ace also barely taking any damage.
This is pretty odd.
And now the rest of Gaimin Gladiators backing up their demon.
Shiver said it's not a demon.
Oh, Underlord? Oh yeah, that's right. Definitely a demon. So is
Terrorblade. Terrorblade is without a doubt a demon.
In auto chess, he was. Maybe she was talking about auto chess because Underlord was not in that, which is definitely true.
And that's where we get all our lore from.
Terrorblade has the demon buff.
It's time to get the hell out of there.
Savage has to use his ult to try to get away. You see the Fiend's Gates placed. They're trying to pursue, and here comes Quinn, the inhibit online, but he's going to get feared for the time being by Ollie.
It's a pretty good chain
force them to go onto him. Although both are living for now.
It's a really good chain frost. Holy shit.
Ace just dies. Wow. Despite how tanky he is, Jabs, he gets sundered and brought down before he can even get off Roar. But they do end up taking out both Ace and Quinn. And now the rest of Gaimin Gladiators on the run. So nice fight there from Talon. As Ollie getting chased by this lone zombie. We'll take it out. Gets up the Sinister Gaze onto Celery, who finds the kill, but now might have to cost his own life. Makoto! Oh my god, there's no way. There's no way! All right. So Talon, a little bit of momentum now finally on their side, but they still have a huge net worth gap to make up for.
Talk about a chain frost. My god. I think that was all 10 bounces, and it basically hit... I think it hit the Underlord 4 or 5 times and the Monkey King 4 or 5 times. He did more damage.
Chain Frost, essentially 3k damage by itself.
Just check this replay out. So this looks like it could be interesting, but I mean, this is just perfect. Look at that. Bounces back down.
How does it bounce? Okay, that last bounce from
back.
Duraccio, come on. That's not even remotely close to anybody.
Lich has been buffed over the years.
That was global. Good lord.
The good news for Gaimin is that Duraccio got out of this, because this could have got even worse. If Makoto somehow gets the slight chains on him here, they would have lost even more, but yeah. Understand why he's feeling good about that. That was a nutty chain frost out of Ollie.
And Ace obviously didn't have the pipe or any magic resist of any sort, which I think the cloak is being delivered now.
Yeah, he's going to be working on that.
That
it is
help quite
definitely going to become a problem for Talon when the pipe and Crimson are online. There's a frog.
Hey, he's relocating a bit.
All right, very good. I'm glad we're keeping track of the frog.
It's a good, but what are we going to name him?
Yeah. Freddy.
Okay, I like that. Freddy the Frogger.
Yes.
Helm of the Dom online for Jabs.
Could also name him Sir Edward.
He's going to get jumped on, but the Roar is there. The Fiend's Gate's coming. Jabs trying to TP out, but the Boundless Strike keeps him in place. And now triple teamed here, and they can just take the Fiend's Gate back to where they came from. And the Frog, oh, he's always, it's animated. Oh my goodness. Freddy, new animations mid-game. That's my boy. He just doesn't stop. It's very quick breathing. Is he okay? It looks a little fast, actually.
Freddy's going to have a heart
attack. Oh my god.
He's nervous. It's because Techies is placing mines all over his home turf.
Oh, the poor boy.
He
does have an eye, though. We didn't realize that.
He looks like the, what's that? The Vietnam flashbacks dog meme. You know that one?
Yes, I do know that.
Yeah, it reminds me of that one.
Makoto finds Tofu, or who finds whom, actually. He's going to have to remnant away, and Celery's going to show up with that tombstone. Only one zombie is going to chase Ollie.
He will get a hit off, and then he's
a blood grenade.
Crawl. There we go.
And down he goes. Could have been worse for Talon. But the lead is just, I mean, it's only 10-5, but it is a ridiculous net worth lead still. And it's just going to grow. This will likely make it 10K with this tower kill. Blast off. It hits. Searing Chains is there to try to mitigate a bit. But Q just easily attacked from afar by Duraccio.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Well, Maelstrom is there for Makoto, and I mean, that is really late.
Yeah.
18 minutes.
They have not had access to the map at all. Like, again, this game was really dictated by what happened in the first 5 minutes, and it would be interesting to see some sort of a breakdown of how it came to be in all 3 lanes, because the one I can primarily wrap my head around is the mid one, because that is just an inherent Monkey King versus Ember favored matchup. But I don't know how these two side lanes went this poorly for Talon. It cannot have been what they expected when they drafted this.
Oh.
Okay. Crash.
Yeah, I thought they were talking about this bug where you can unpause immediately. I thought that wasn't that a thing for a long time? You couldn't do that.
Yeah.
So something has changed.
I don't know when this, I think it was 7:33 it started happening for no reason. You just instant unpause.
Good old Celery. So what the horse happens here, Cinderant? Let's take a look at the exact scenario. Celery's quite low. Makoto has Sleight of Fist in 1 second, which won't be enough. Doraccio on the high ground, waiting it out. What's going to happen here? Is it option A, Celery dies? Option B, Makoto dies? Option C, literally nothing. Everyone lives.
I'm going to go with C.
Yeah, same. Although I'm technically the game host, so I can't guess.
Yeah.
But usually I know these answers beforehand.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Option D, we have another crash into another pause, which overrides all the other options.
I like the observer pointing out that Celery has blood grenade as if that's going to heal him or something.
Celery. All right, option C was correct if you're playing at home.
Let's go,
Congratulations.
Sven. Good job. Great
Everybody
prediction.
gets 0 channel points.
Great
Congratulations.
Oh, it's quite the reward. All right, Helm of the Overlord coming up somewhat soon on Jabs, about 1,000 to go. That will be a nice 5 to 6 minutes later than he wanted. Yeah, just really not many positives to look at for Talon. They're kind of going to have to rely on Gaimin Gladiators overextending a little bit.
Yep,
Good
Fiend's
disengage
Gate.
here.
They don't have the greatest catch outside of Quinn.
Oh, there's some gold.
All right.
That's about a 1K. That's very
Radiant's courier has
optimistic
been
outlook.
killed.
That was 600. That's about 1K.
Yep, easy. Scotty now on the Terror Blade as Celery is going to get gazed in. Puts off the Tombstone.
He got frosted.
Tombstone will die, but Celery will not.
He actually lived. All right. Well,
I can't blame Talon. They know that there's likely an entire team of Gaimin Gladiator members behind that Undying. But the pipe is now online. Freddy the Frog looking on. Looks a little healthier. Less pale.
Exactly the same as before.
No, he's... Oh, look at that. He has got a little glimmer in his eye.
Oh, shit!
Does that bode well for Gaimin Gladiators? Jabs. He's going to get caught out, inhibited inside the Wukong's command, and brought down. 23 Savage. All he's trying to do is farm, but Ace will not relent. Freddy the Frog would be proud of Gaimin Gladiator. Good old Freddy.
Why is Freddy glowing?
I don't know. I wonder if he is a Gaimin Gladiators fan or a Talon fan. That's really the question.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Or if he has enough brain cells to not understand what's going on around him. Is 23 Savage and company going to surround Ace, who puts down the Fiend's Gate, trying to go through. He's going to pop the Crimson, and here comes Doraccio from the side. Stone Gaze is popped by 23 Savage as the rest of Gaimin Gladiators come through the gate. And Quinn looking to finish off somebody, gets Ollie first, inhibits 23 Savage, who no longer has Stone Gaze. He's surrounded. Some mana being provided by Q, but you're going to need a lot more than that.
Dude, they did 15% of Ace's health and damage there.
Nice thunder from Doraccio, doing Freddy proud.
All right, this game is taking me a little bit back to the start of 730. Was that 733 where everyone was just buying auras and it was about who got the auras first and just became invincible?
Freddy's liking what he's seeing,
I'm
Cinderette.
getting those vibes. Let's go, Freddy.
Boundless strike on the Makoto.
He can't reach.
Doesn't want to go any further to make sure that they do not disrupt Freddy's habitat in that river.
They cannot kill anyone close to him.
I thought you were going to say they cannot kill Freddy. That is
They also
true.
can't kill Freddy.
That is true. He's invulnerable, as far as I know.
He has survived many a war on the battlefield, Freddy. Standing in the middle of the river and nobody notices him until today. Today he became a hero for no reason.
Hey, you got to respect those that have been there before you, and he was probably there before.
He built this country. Celery is...
Celery!
Oh my... Okay.
He lives. as Dyrachyo finishes it off, and Quinn actually gets it.
It's quite interesting on mid Monkey King, the shard.
Wait, that means Techies bought his himself, so it's between Undying and Quinn, huh?
Yep.
Celery and Quinn. Hey, who's this? Freddy's got a friend!
Is under attack.
That's a squirrel.
It's Simon.
Simon the squirrel showing up with the worst animations I've ever seen.
Wow, this takes me back to playing video games in the 90s. Very good.
You were just playing Baldur's Gate 1 the other day for some reason. Does that look similar?
I mean, there is a case to be made that maybe you don't spend the most resources on random little critters hopping around, but...
True.
He is cute, though.
All the resources have to go into Wukong's command to make sure that doesn't crash. Poor Freddy and Simon.
Imagine Wukong's command just spawning frogs.
Oh,
Freddy's
BKB
command.
Pop. Quinn gonna get off the Wukong's command, or actually cancels it here. Boundless Strike.
Ollie's taking the gate.
Ollie
Yes, suckers.
successfully goes through the gate,
And then
will TP out, and that leaves 23 Savage all by himself with no Stone Gaze. Goes into the pit to try to get denied, but Celery will claim him.
Hilarious escape. Oh, Medusa not so lucky, though.
And Freddy and Simon can only look on as Gaimin Gladiators are dominating this game. And this is going to be the first Roche. Not that they really need it. This is a complete shellacking. What can Talon do, Cinderin?
I think they need to call on the critters to help them. They need to draft more heroes into their lineup.
What sixth hero would make a difference here, Cinderin? Spawning at level 1 right now.
Nobody.
Yeah. Makoto, sticky bomb applied, will Remnant out. I mean, the fact that Tofu could just stand there without a care in the world just kind of shows the state of affairs for Talon in this game number 3.
I mean, I guess one thing Talon have going for them is they're decently good at stalling if it comes to it, as long as they don't get caught outside of the base. If they're fighting in the base, they have Illuminate, Blinding Light, Sleight of Fist, Frost Shield, to defend the tower.
Ah!
Bonk.
Delicious.
Axes. They have a lot of wave spam.
Okay, I think
But Dyrachyo is kind of stalling 23 here.
Dyrachyo, will he actually get this kill?
Oh.
Fiend's Gate is there, but the pit will miss. And now, Gaimin Gladiators on the doorstep of Talon's base. The fortifications popped.
The tomb's down. Something.
Tomb
Axes.
is down.
Let the spam commence. They cannot finish this push, I think. These spells are going
The
to
meta will eventually run out, so that is accurate.
Spam, spam, spam. Sleight
Ace
of
will pop the
Fist.
pipe. The roar comes shortly after, but not a whole lot of follow-up as the
Good chain
Chain Frost
frost.
coming in. Quinn jumps in, gets off the Wukong's command, but 23 Savage able to get out just in time. But the buildings won't fare too well for Talon.
Spam, spam,
They're
spam.
going to lose their range racks. Well, the Frost Shield does slow it down quite a bit. And Dyrachyo now in melee form. Still has that Aegis. And still has it for 320, so I don't know if they want to use it here. I doubt it. But I think Gaimin will back off, at least for now.
How much damage did they take there? My God. Greaves, Pipe, Crimson in action. Underlord doing Underlord things.
They're going to get this tier 2. I think I misspoke. I didn't realize that they stole the enemy Tormentor for Gaimin, so there was no shard actually purchased. So Techies got it on his own, or got it through the other Tormentor.
Tower has fallen.
Very important to bring up now.
Yes, absolutely. Just in case you weren't aware, Gaimin Gladiators are winning. They also got the enemy Tormentor for their 20,000 gold lead.
That's right. Makoto looking to chase. They're going to be spotted by this mine as Tofu continues his retreat into Simon territory. And soon he'll enter Freddy territory.
Pretty incredible that you as a random frog can survive playing against techies. At some point you would be close to a mine, you would think.
They should make a hero out of one of these. I guess they made Hoodwink.
And Pango.
But she's not invulnerable, so
no.
Doesn't get the same power. Maybe if you get enlarged into a hero, your invulnerability just has to be deleted for balance reasons. Understandably so.
Would you rather be yourself or a frog that lives forever?
Myself.
Okay.
I mean, would I, as a frog, would I have my own mind?
No, you would just be a frog.
Yes. Why would I want that? Great question coming from Cinderant. Appreciate that.
I might go for the frog.
Yeah, maybe right now
Yeah.
in my company.
Yeah. Anywhere but here.
Well, meta, I think that's what they were waiting for, is back up. And Dyrachyo still has a minute 30 on this Aegis. Look for them to poke at the very least. But he's going to be found out now. Pops the Manta. Into the meta form. Denies the Wisdom Rune right in the face of 23 Savage. That is filthy. Now the Fiend's Gate is there. 23
no.
Savage. Boundless struck back into the fray. The roar is there, but that just delays the death of the Medusa. 50 seconds. He is gone. And Daedalus now there for Dyrachyo. At the base of
Here we go
Talon now.
again.
Frost Shield gonna delay things a bit. But they're gonna find jabs. Crimson Guard has popped. Quinn looking to go very deep here. Ollie is gonna get taken out quite easily as Makoto will live, but his buildings will not.
Well, you say that,
They will not live.
and you would be right.
Now the focus is on the barracks themselves. I mean, this Frost Shield is actually delaying so much. Illuminate coming out as well. Solar Crest applied to Dyrachyo as he's going to back up now that meta is down and Medusa respawning. So not taking any chances, Gaimin Gladiators need the power of both Simon and Freddy to actually take these buildings, apparently. The farther they get away from the river and forest, the less damage they do.
Observers pointing out it is day soon. Not sure what to make of that. Maybe they're hoping Gandalf will show up to save Talon.
What's the third critter to add to this band?
Gandalf.
Gandalf?
Yes, he's going to show up,
Radiant's
look
middle
west
tower
at 6 a.m. or whatever it is he says, and hope he comes in.
23 Savage.
They basically already have Gandalf with the Caudle, but I guess it's just a fake.
Oh, he's brought back in, and he's dead. 50 seconds of no Snake Lady.
All right, well, it's day and 10 seconds. Let's see if he shows up. So far, it's only Radagast defending.
Oh,
Caudle.
where's Freddy? He's nowhere to be seen. Maybe in the daytime he comes out. Let's see the transition. It's day. He's still not there. Freddy lives on in our hearts, though, as Gaimin Gladiators looking to finish this game that seems to never end somehow. It has been over for a long time.
This is probably the longest 30-minute game I've watched.
It feels forever. Top racks down, mid is next. 10 seconds on Medusa.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
I love cursing teams, man. It's so fun.
Love their draft. Down 30K an instant later with only 5 kills to their name.
I could not have foreseen this laning stage, okay? I had reasons. I had my reasons to believe in
Crimson
talent.
popped. 23 Savage just spawned. Does not have his ultimate. He's going to get Chakra Magic, but gets harpooned back. Force Staff to safety. So Gaimin not able to claim him there, but they will get the Mega Creeps at the very least. As Dyrachyo killing off the Caudle very easily. As this lead is just insurmountable. Mega Creeps now for Gaimin Gladiators. Simon very happy with the hoppity hop. 23 Savage able to get away. I don't think Simon's going to be too happy with the snake living. That seems like a predator that he has to worry about in his normal life. Hit
Ace
Analyst on the
1v5
3.
and 2 towers.
Yes, he's not going to die. Simon very happy this game will finally end. The misery of his life will finally be brought to an end. Look at that beautiful face, though. Very cuddly, actually. How is this game not over, for God's sake? 35K lead for Gaimin Gladiators. Simon, stick with us for as long as you can. You bring smiles to the faces of those that are miserable, which is everybody that has continued to watch this game. As finally the GGs come out, which means
Want to dominate the gaming world? Join the ranks of dedicated gamers. Subscribe and conquer.